Hi and welcome back to Danno Does. In this video, we are making chicken breast marinated in soy sauce. As always, we will be talking about the ingredients needed for the recipe, then we will begin to cook. Remember, I want you to like, subscribe, and try. I'm going to take the previously mentioned glass, wrapped in the paper towel, and I'm going to look to flatten and even out the chicken breast as much as I can. I do that by pounding down softly, as well as pounding at angles to try to work it out so it's nice and even across. If paper towel breaks, rips, or gets too soggy, feel free to remove it. I just like to use that to give myself a little bit of a comforter and allow an easier cleanup. Once you have it even and across the bird, it allows for an even cook throughout its time in the oven. And we're just going to poke holes to allow for an even, thorough marinade. I go up and down one side with the prongs facing left to right. I flip it, and then I use the prongs facing up and down. Now that I've completed poking the holes in the chicken breast and it's nice and even, I'm going to grab my 1 gallon resealable bag and I'm gonna pour about half of the soy sauce I intend on using. So if I was using 2/3 for this recipe, I'm gonna take about 1/3 of a cup and I'm gonna pour it into the bag. I'm eyeballing it so it's not exact, but I'm just getting there so there's a baseline in there. Let's have that. I move it around a little bit. I grab the chicken breast and I just plonk it right in there. I have my 2 chicken breasts in and I pour the remaining 1/3 of a cup of soy sauce in and I look to knead it. Now what I want to do first is I want to make sure that I don't have a mess. So I place it down, do a gentle half fold, brush the air out, I seal it about halfway, I confirm that there's no more air in here, and then I zip it fully. I knead it. So the soy sauce has been all over the chicken. Again, I put it in the bottom, I do my half tuck, I take my top, I under tuck it, I write the date and time which was prepared and the one I have in here. And then I put it in my refrigerator for 6 to 12 hours. At the halfway mark, I go in there and I flip it to allow an even marinade of the soy sauce. It's been about 8 hours. At the 4-hour mark, we flip the bag in the refrigerator to allow for the soy sauce to marinate thoroughly through the whole chicken breast. So let's get it on this baking sheet that's covered in tin foil, pop it in the oven. The oven is preheated at 400 degrees and it will remain in the oven for anywhere from 20 through 25 minutes. At the 20-minute mark, we like to take a peek in the oven, see how it's doing, see if it's browning, see how it's turning out. Depending on how it looks, we'll either leave it in for another 5 minutes or we'll look to pull it out a little earlier. I often take the chicken breasts out around 22 minutes. So without any further ado, let's look at our chicken breast and see how they are after they're marinated. All right, they look pretty good. Looks like they've Soaked up that soy sauce pretty well on both sides. Let's get it in the oven. It's been 25 minutes since we put the chicken in the oven, so let's see what we have. All right, looks pretty good. This is our soy sauce marinated chicken. So what we want to do now is take our thermometer and check the chicken. Make sure it's thoroughly cooked. We want it to be no less than 165 degrees Fahrenheit, and as you can see, 174, so it's good. Now what we want to do is we're going to lightly wrap the chicken breast in this tin foil, and we let it sit for 10 minutes. We let the chicken rest for about 10 minutes. It looks good and it smells amazing. If you haven't already, please like and share this video. Also, check us out at DannoDoes.com. Now stop looking and get cooking.